Hi, and welcome to the Amazon jungle. Before we show these next clips, I wanted to tell you a little bit about what you're going to be seeing. 25 years ago in this entire region, there were no Christians whatsoever. Now we just finished the 5th day of what is the largest event of its kind in the entire Amazon jungle. Over 1,100 people came to this small village of just a couple hundred here in the middle of the deepest part of the jungle. We were able to see, of those people, about 100 of them get born again. About as many got filled with the Holy Spirit. About 150 got baptized. People had their lives changed. They were crying at the altar. They were fellowshipping. They were getting spiritual and physical food. It was such an honor to bring that. These people traveled 4 days just to be here, as many of them. All of them by boat. We traveled by, a day by car, a day on the airplane, and 2 days on boat to get out here. But every bit of the travel was worthwhile when we saw what God was doing in these people's lives. One afternoon I went for a walk just to see what was happening in the various parts of the Congreso. My son was out playing soccer with the kids. I looked over, our deacon was teaching the youth. The women were teaching the women in the church, and they had hundreds of them there getting fellowship and teaching, something that they don't get any time the rest of the year. The pastors had their own separate session. The men had their own session, and everywhere you looked, children, adults, men, women, everybody was getting ministered to in some way or another. I was so encouraged to see and realize that this is something that's just transforming this entire region. Now, you may not be able to come back out here with us when we come again. I hope you can, but if you can't, I just ask you to please pray if there's some other way you can help out. We'd like to build 4 houses next year to house the people that come. We'd like to repair the roof. We'd like to bring clothes. We'd like to bring a doctor. We'd like to bring Bible. We'd like to bring more people here to really make this an event that continues to transform the lives of the people here. It's such an honor. It is so exciting to be involved in this. I hope you'll pray about doing it with us, joining us in some way, helping out as we continue to see lives transformed here in the Amazon jungle. Thank you.
Salvation belongs to our God, who sits upon the throne and unto the Lamb.
Padre Celestial, en el nombre de Jesús, en esta hora, yo acepto en mi corazón que tú moriste en la cruz del Calvario por mis pecados, por mis rebeliones, por mi desobediencia. En el nombre de Jesús, gracias por aceptarme tal como soy. En el nombre de Jesús.